Hey everyone, Anthony 4B4 Adventures. I recently inherited a King's 50 litre fridge and just wanted to give you a bit of a review on it of what I know so far, and might help you make a decision on whether you put sort of $500 into a fridge like this or whether you spend a bit more and get one of those Engel Eclipse. Probably can't see that too well, but see if I can get it so you can see it. It's set on minus, telling us the fridge is -5. So that means, as far as I understand from my basic education, is things should be freezing. Is that right? Now, it's been on for weeks. It works fine every day. Drinks are cold. It's all that's in there, drinks. We'll get in there in a moment and have a look and see how icy and frozen everything is, if you are relying on this to freeze or keep something frozen. Now, it's been set on that temperature since yesterday, so it's been on that temp overnight and all morning. And I don't open the fridge. I go and get a drink occasionally every few hours. I might get a bottle of water out of there, or a beer maybe, you never know. But you just got to be aware, fridges ain't fridges. You know, the old oils ain't oils. Well, oils are oils actually, but fridges ain't fridges, because I've done a lot of fridge testing. I've had a lot of fridges like this, mates' fridges that I've borrowed. I had a trailer in the workshop 10, 15 years ago when it was less busy and had plenty of space. I had solar panels set up, batteries, fridges, and I did lots of testing, thermometers, this, that, and the other. And those fridges, like the Engels with a full height evaporator, wrap around the sides all the way to the full height, are much colder and all the way to the top than your other type fridges. For example, back then the CF50, the Waco, it's cold at the bottom, much warmer at the top. And this is a very similar, same design, could be the same fridge. I'm not the expert on the background where these have been built or not, but it's got an insulating cover around it. It's in the shade, it's not in the sun, it's running off a battery, and it's got a charger connected on the battery, so we're all good to go. So it currently says -4, so you can see it'll hover up and down a little bit, not far from there, but it's certainly under 0. In my drawer fridges in the 150, if I leave those on, the things at the top of the fridge near the cooling element will start to get ice in it, particular times of the year, not when it's really hot, but you know, in the cooler days and that sort of thing, or if I leave it there long enough closed on maximum. So it does go to -2 degrees, that drawer fridge. Bit of information for you, Waco drawer fridge, not recommending it. Check the playlists. Pretty sure we've got one on fridges, batteries, solar, maybe even on our other YouTube channel, 4B4 Diesel, there'll be some more info before I got organised. So let's get into the fridge and have a look. Give you a bit of background. So it's about, I think it's about 5 years old, 3, 4, 5 years old. Always works fine, does the job. It's in the back of the car bouncing around usually. The biggest issue is it's set on the lowest voltage cutout. So you've got that 3-stage thing, you know, well, whatever it is, 10, 11, 12, you know, it's not that, but I'm just giving, so it's on the lowest. So you want the battery to go to the lowest voltage before it cuts out, is what we had it set on, because we don't want the fridge to cut out. My Engels doesn't cut out. The battery will go down to 11 volts. It doesn't cut out. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's good for your battery, but what do you want to do when you're on a trip? Look after your battery or keep your food cold so you don't get salmonella or something like that, right? So anyway, we want the fridge to work. And it was a problem in recent times that it was cutting out, but maybe there was a problem with the battery. As we found out, there is a problem with the battery, but there did always seem to be issues with this fridge, you know, cutting out, but I think maybe it all came down to the battery. So let's not say that's a problem. I just wanted to give you the history. I've given it a good clean up inside and out, full clean. So let's get in. We're going to lose a bit of temp now, but we're going to get in here and have a look. I can feel the coolness coming out now. So there's no thermometer in here. I just want to demonstrate. Top of the fridge, nice and cold, but nowhere near frozen. Just taking it out. These cans in the dairy, they're actually nice and cold at the moment, which is a positive. That is actually really good. But that area there, you got to be aware, because the compressor is directly underneath it. And on a Simpson Desert trip with a CF50, we had blocks of chocolate in here to share with everyone, block a day with a group of, what is it, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars, whatever it was, 10 people. Anyway, a lot of people are smart and say no. But anyway, my point is I want to get down here. You can see the frost on the, you know, it's getting icy down there. Beer's not frozen. Feels nice and cold, but it's not frozen yet. No. I've seen beers go icy frozen. This could be one that when you take it off, cans of drink, bottoms popped out to the sides, still dints in, see? It's not freezing. It's not that cold. So it's probably more like about the 0, more or less. You want it, check other areas of fridges. What you're going to be aware of as well is understand that's the cold part. So the things in this fridge you want to keep cold, like your meat you put down the bottom, or your beer, right? Yeah, a few people having a laugh, whatever, right? You get what I mean. Now these cans have been down here for ages. I don't drink them. They're just there just in case we need to make a mix. It is a can of poison. Can be really good for getting rid of a headache if nothing else works. So it's a bit of a first aid kit really. So none of those are frozen. Water bottle sitting right next to ice, set on, not even one bit of ice. You can see the bubbles in there, right? This is the sort of stuff you want. Kombucha, right? You want to make me happy, bring that with the gin. No worries. Or these cans, or the water, that's what we're mainly on. I promise those cans haven't been consumed for weeks. They've been sitting there. They're just sitting there. It's the water what it's all about, yeah. I don't buy the beer. People bring them. Someone bought these ones as well. I think I prefer these ones, but these, I had one yesterday, it was all right. Anyway, point is, nothing frozen. Heineken Zeros. Mitch takes care of those. They were inherited as well. Of course, you got the pumpkin seeds coated in dark chocolate, few of those, but apparently you're meant to soak pumpkin seeds because they the lectins, like a lot of other things, like the oats and that, you soak it overnight, 24 hours, right? Health channel as well here, right? Anyway, these cans, you know, when you drink water, you want to be good, something different. Yeah, maybe get something like that. No sugar, right? I'm still saying it's a waste of money. It's just more rubbish, the whole 10-cent can thing. You can just not worry about it and not buy them, you know what I mean? Just don't buy that stuff. But every now and then, like might be once or twice a week where you go, I want something different. Instead of grabbing a beer or grabbing a sugary drink, grabbing a kombucha or one of these is going to be much better option, right? So there you go. It's not just about the temperature of the fridge. Now, got these out. I've got a feeling if I took the lid off one of those, that it might ice up. So later on, because I'm going to resist for now, because it's still AM at the moment. Right, I'm just going to leave all this stuff in here as it was, and you know what? Separate video. It'll be one of those YouTube shorts. Check those out. 15 seconds. If it does happen, but I'm going to leave this set on that temperature still. Minus, what's it set on? Let me see. Set. It's flashing -5. Yep. So it's set on -5. Yeah, we'll close the lid on that one. Just wanted to let you know, because a lot of people are not aware. They set their fridges, they buy these cheap fridges, and they think that that's what it is, and that's not what it is. Keep this clean, compressed air, blow all this out, keep everything clean. Your car, your fridges, all your equipment, everything you keep clean will work better. I know it's hard when you're in the mud, dirt and dust, but that's why mud equals money. Avoid the bog holes, avoid wrecking your gear. Think about what you really need. And I suppose it comes down to the poor man pays twice, where this might do the job, but this might break down on a trip, you know. Ingles have got absolute superior reliability compared to any other fridge. And that's not my information, that's from people that work in shops that sell all fridges. And I say, what? And they said, oh, everything everything has some that comes back. And then they go, actually, Engel doesn't. So look, I'm sure there is the odd Engel that breaks down. I'm sure someone's had one, whatever. So someone's heard of one. But it's going to be super rare, and I believe they're the most reliable fridge. Engel aren't paying. I'm not sponsored. Nobody's paying me to say anything. Like I said, if Engel want to send me a fridge, I'll take it, I'll test it, I'll review it, and I'll tell you the truth. If I don't like it, I'll tell them more about it than I tell you. If I like it, I'll just keep mentioning it like I did. Did I mention something in this video already? You know, I do these things, I even forget because it's not planned. I've got a Century battery charger on this battery here. The battery might be crap, but the Century battery charger is awesome. I really like the Century battery. The what do they call it? A 9-stage. It's got 1 amp, 3 amp, 6 amp, and all the different stages. Anyway, you can hear the compressors cut in. That cut in at -3. That's why I kept talking so long, because I wanted to show you the range. So if in that fridge was anywhere near -3 and -5, and it probably might even pump it down to -7, but it's not genuine. Get what I mean? Where's that thermometer that gives you that temperature over here? You know what I mean? So that temperature there, this here. Where's the thermometer in the fridge? I don't know, but it's right down the bottom where it's icy, because that's the only place it's cold. When I did my testing years ago, I put thermometers in fridges and I found temperatures in fridges like this. If you set this fridge on 0, down the bottom you'd find it maybe 5 degrees if you're lucky, up the middle way 10 to 15 degrees, and near the top almost outside air temperature, probably 5 degrees cooler, quite often close to 20 degrees under the lid. So if you've got your meat sitting up the top there, not good. beware. I guess everybody's been okay, so I'm just wasting my breath. So happy days. Put your cold drinks at the bottom, and if it's a cheap fridge, crank it -5 if you want to have a hope. If you got an Engel, you always know when you pull a beer out of an Engel, it's just icy cold, or any other nice cold drink you want. It is just so much colder. It's a real thing, people. Thanks for watching. I know I yacked a lot. Hopefully that helps and you learnt something about fridges. You can go get these if you want. You probably pick it up for $400 or $500. What's the current price on it? It's a 50 litre. I reckon it's all right, but personally, I think I'd rather spend the 800 or 900 on special and get the Engel Eclipse again, and that's what I would do. But if it's a hand-me-down, happy to hold on to it, test it, use it, and let everybody know what goes on.